Conno's Couch. 2.0.
On your number 6 bike, Isaac Kennedy. On Aussie. Kennedy out front, Speedco Avian colors. Down A, Kennedy side by side, back to the line, $150. Into the first turn, ready to go. Aussie. Cha-ching, Kennedy gonna get the 250.
Can Jeremy Rencorel hang on to it? Here comes Isaac Kennedy. Kennedy's gone as well.
Kennedy, but it's all little Aussie. But it's all the Aussie on the top spot as he's got it under control down that third straightaway. Speedco Avian, Lux BMX back to the line. Isaac Kennedy.
We're rolling. We're back on the couch. Alright, we're back. What is it? Conno's Couch 2.0.
2.0 2022.
Christmas 2022. This one, unlike last year, is actually filmed on Christmas Day.
Was it not Chrissy Day last year?
No, it was Christmas Eve.
Oh, I don't remember.
There we go. That should be it.
We've just finished. What have we done? Just finished Chrissy Brekkie.
We did have Chrissy Brekkie. We were down at the beach with the fam. Isaac's got to go to Chrissy lunch now with his mum. But
We thought we'd get 2.0 Chrissy Couch.
Conno's Chrissy Couch.
Conno's crusty Chrissy Couch.
Something like that. But we were hanging out yesterday and Isaac mentioned the episode from last year, the only ever episode of Conno's Couch, so we thought we'd do 2.0 and see how his career's been going.
See if it's been going uphill or downhill.
Yeah, might be the yearly check-in to see if the career appreciates or depreciates.
Hopefully appreciates.
we're fingers crossed. Alright, where do we even start? We weren't prepared for this one.
No, we've got no notes.
We got no notes. Anyway, give us a quick rundown anyway. Last year when we were on the couch, we didn't know that you were becoming a speed bro. You became a speed bro. How was the first season on Speedco bicycles with the team?
I think it was better than I could have imagined. You know, it was like traveling with the boys to every single race in America with Derek and Rico. They're legends, and you get all the support you need. So I think it's probably the funnest year of my career for sure, and the best year results wise. And I think a lot of that's all thanks to Derek and Rico and everyone at Speedco. So
Right.
solid year with the boys.
Yeah. So what did we end up getting this year? We got World 6, 3rd in the World Cup ranking, 2nd in the USA BMX Series.
Yeah, World 6, which was a bit of a doozy. I was pretty bummed after that one.
Look, back here in Australia, we all had high hopes for that one.
Bit of a doozy that one, but overall 3rd in the World Cup, which I was pretty stoked with.
How many podiums?
4 podiums out of 8 rounds.
Oh, 50% ratio.
50% ratio, so I was pretty stoked with that.
And what? You must be one of the only people that's ever podiumed a World Cup while eating shit. Glasgow.
Crashed in one of them, still got a 3rd, so we'll take that.
Nearly the first W career.
Sent it for the win, didn't work out, but hey, everyone else crashed, so it was probably the one to send it.
That's it.
And then 2nd in the overall for the USA BMX, which was, I was pretty stoked with that too. That was one of the big goals of the year.
And
it wasn't to get 2nd, it was to try to win it, but we're going to start somewhere.
That's it. So, I don't know where else this interview's gone. So what else did you get? You got your first ever USA BMX Elite win?
Yeah, I got my first USA BMX win, I guess first UCI race, whatever win.
Right.
So I won 2 of those, 2 USA BMX ones, and then I think I got 10 podiums in the USA BMX year, so
That's a solid season.
pretty solid, but next year on Conno's Couch we're going to up those numbers a little bit.
That's the plan. We're going to yearly update and see how his career projects. Hopefully she keeps going in an upward trajectory, but we'll see. Alright, I tried to get some notes. Alright, what was your most memorable event in 2022?
Like race event?
Yeah. Like the most memorable race and like why? Like it might not have even been one that you did good at, you might have just had a good time there with the team. I feel like this is a story we can't tell. Or is it?
Nah. I don't know. There's a lot of good memories. I think probably the funnest we had this year was probably the 2 weeks we had in Holland. It was just a fun couple weeks of training and getting ready, and
Is that one up on Mab Crew?
that one's up on Mab Crew.
So you can all check it out.
So that was a really good couple of weeks with the boys, and the race was good. I got third one of the days, and then the other day mustn't have been too good, I don't remember. I think I went on the same one. But either way, that was a pretty fun couple of weeks. But I think winning my first USA BMX race in Tulsa was good fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of memorable to get the first one. But yeah, I'd say probably those two. And then, but all of them were pretty fun and memorable, to be honest. Other
Right.
than
Just a good year on the circuit.
Bakersfield, that was a shit weekend.
Forget about that
It was
one.
miserable.
Write that one
I
off.
don't want to go to Bakersfield ever again.
So what else we got? How was it juggling the World Cup series and the USA BMX series? Did it all kind of just flow together because a lot of people were doing both of them, or was it like going flat hills, supercross hills, all over the shop, different countries? What was that like?
It's a bit of traveling and kind of juggling different tracks and different like formats of racing, but I don't know, it's not too bad. It's like jump on a plane, go to where you need to be, go race, but
It's easy for someone like Isaac because he just doesn't care.
pretty simple. You just get there and get it done. But a few of the schedules didn't line up, so I had to miss a couple USA BMX ones to do the World Cups. But other than that,
Worth it in the end. Ended up on the podium for both overalls.
got to go for both of them, right? Do the same again next year.
That's it. So what are your plans for 2023? I know we haven't been told what bike you're on yet. We've seen your post, you're leaving the Speed Bros. 1 year in and out, solid though. So
Yeah.
what are the plans next year besides what you can't tell us about the bike you're riding?
Well, yeah, it's obviously a really good year with Derek and Speedco, but all good things must come to an end, and it was a 1 year and done, but got some new exciting things next year that we can announce soon. Everyone thinks they know, but do they really know?
I don't know. Maybe they can comment below this video and take their guesses.
They
Where
think-
is Isaac riding
They think they know, but
in 2023?
I guess they'll find out on January 1.
January 1st?
But other than that, I'm going to be living in America again, racing the full season, full World Cup season as well. Pretty much the whole everything. I'll be there. I'll be trying to win it all. So
Yep.
That's
What's
the plan.
when does like Olympic qualifying start, or is it started?
it's already started. So the first World Cups were the Columbia World Cups that we recently done. So
Right.
they were the first ones that started all the points qualifying for the countries and whatnot. So I guess it's a pretty good start for that.
And
Got a
next
few
year's
podiums and 3 finals, 2 podiums, and then next year it all kind of.
so next year's like the big year to get your lead into 2024 and hopefully have a good run to the Olympics, the O Show.
Yeah, so that's the plan. Hopefully, have a solid next year and get some good results on the USA BMX season and the World Cup season to get points for the Olympics. But the goal is just to one race at a time. Want to try to get a title next year. That's the kind of big goal. Got second and third.
There's only one other place to get.
Only one other place to go. So shooting for that, but plan is just get grinding and no more Chrissy cookies, and
We've done that for the day.
Chrissy cookies are done, and we'll see you back in the gym tomorrow. Really.
Yeah, back at it Monday. Boxing Day, Isaac's back on the grind. Alright, this might be a little bit of a deep question. What's one thing that you reckon you learnt about yourself this year that you haven't learned in previous years of racing?
Jeez.
You weren't ready for that, were you?
No,
I seen the
I
mullet flare up just then. Got nervous.
Probably that I don't have to be so serious all the time.
Right. You think that came from hanging out with the Speedco guys?
Yeah, I kind of realised that you can just go to the race, you can still focus and be serious when it needs to be, but at the same time, you don't have to wake up angry in the morning on race day.
You can have fun with it.
And have fun with it. And
There you have it, guys. Have fun.
Enjoy being there and actually make it fun and not miserable, just going to race and it all being about a result.
So you'd say this was your most enjoyable year of racing?
Oh, 100%.
So you had your most enjoyable year and you had all your best results. So they do go hand in hand.
Not a coincidence, is it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it does go hand in hand. So next year the goal is, even though you won't be with Speedco, just enjoy the races, go through the process and balance it.
Yeah, following the same thing, realise, shush. Put that on silent. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like racing bikes, you gotta have fun with it and not make it all about results, even though it is, in a way, you know, like...
Results do pay the bills.
They do pay the bills, and I don't want to work my ass off and train to go get fifth or even second. Like, the goal is to win, but at the same time, it's like you can still enjoy, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't have to be this full robot all race day long, which I kind of realised this year, which was, yeah, good hanging out with the boys.
Yeah, that's a good answer. So, alright, we'll go on to something else.
Yeah.
What else is
I can't answer that one.
Alright, so yeah, I got a personal question. We see your leg. She's got a bit of colour in her now. Bring her in the frame. I know it started. Your first one was like a Belgian beer or something.
Yeah.
You said you were going to get a tattoo in every country. Obviously, that hasn't been the case.
No.
What's been the inspiration behind the leg?
So the original plan was I was never going to get tattoos where you could actually see them. I was kind of just getting like random stuff on my quad of countries that I'd go to, and then I got one, and then didn't get another one for a few years, and then I got another one of the Tulsa Man actually, which I don't know if anyone knows that I have that.
If anyone's been to Grands though, you know the Tulsa Man. He's a huge statue out the front of the Grand Stadium, which I'll put a photo right here so you can all see it.
So I got that when I was in Tulsa this year, and then I got my first win, so hey, I'll
Goes
take it.
hand in hand.
Hand in hand. But anyway, after that, I kind of just started getting more tattoos of stuff that I actually think looks cool. And then now my leg's filling up, and who knows where we go from there.
Isaac's a very spontaneous person.
Yeah,
He gets ideas and he just runs with it.
So I don't know, I'm kind of into the tattoos.
Yeah.
Might get a few more.
Sick. Should we drop some unknown knowledge to the Cono's Couch viewers that will also hold you accountable? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
No.
I think we spoke about it this morning. I think you've got some good news that the viewers are going to be stoked on. Some plans for next year.
Oh yeah.
What are we going to do?
Well, I've been talking about this to Kano for how long? I don't know.
A while.
Ages.
He always mentions it, he just hasn't committed.
And I want to try and be a little bit more like... Basically, I want to start making YouTube videos.
Yeah. So he told me this morning he wants to open up more to his followers, fans, whatever, so they
I want
can
to
see
try and make it look cool and show what goes on behind the scenes, because I think it's pretty... Yeah, like it'd be pretty interesting for everyone to see. But I always say to myself that I'm going to do it, and then I never do it. And I've been saying that for a couple of years. So I told Kano this morning to hold me accountable. And then...
We'll see how it goes.
So I'm going to try and start making YouTube videos.
I've tried to tell him, I've kind of got privilege that I'm like related to him, I'm around him a lot, so I see the ins and outs of his day-to-day life, but I was trying to tell him that a lot of people ask me questions about him and would be interested to see what goes on, so I think it's just something that he could really benefit off and other people could benefit off seeing how he trains. So I think there's no loss in doing it. And if it gets too much, just don't do it.
Too much to stop, but
Yeah. If it gets too hard, just quit.
yeah. But nah, that's the plan. Hopefully, in the next year, we'll try and get some videos going and get some
Alright.
merch going. We're just gonna get it pumping, kind of. We're gonna get it pumping.
I think that's enough. He's got to go to lunch, and yeah, that's a nice update on how his year went. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow him on the social so you
Stay
see where he's
tuned.
riding next year.
Stay tuned for 2023 kind of Couch 3.0.
Yeah, next Christmas we'll catch up again. We'll see how his season went,
And
and then after that, the 4.0 will be after the O show.
yeah, so
You're getting another call.
unreal. We're filming Cunno's couch.
All right,
People are calling.
is that it?
Well, what we said we were going to go 10 minutes, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's probably gone past 10 minutes.
I can see it says 16:38.
Fuck, we went way past.
We went way past. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming on again. And
Peace.
we'll see you soon. Oh. Put your shirt down.